TrailBlazer Advocates. As a sports attorney for about 8 years of experience, I have seen the first hand transformative power of protecting intellectual property rights in the dynamic, ever evolving landscape of sports. Another thing that I have seen in the world of sports is that IP often takes a backseat to the thrilling gameplay and passionate fans. However, the significance of protecting IPR in sports cannot be overstated. Hence, today I want to take you on a journey through the world of sports and explain why understanding and safeguarding intellectual property is not just a legal necessity but a crucial strategic move for businesses involved in the sports industry. Now, to truly harness the potential of IPR, there are two essential things that must be taken care of. The first is protecting intellectual property. To protect IPR, it is important to first understand what are we talking about. So when we say IP, we are actually referring to the intangible assets that are created and owned by either individuals, by teams, or by the organizations in this industry. These assets can be logos, team names, player names, broadcasting rights, sponsorships, merchandising, etc. The next thing is to actually protect it, which includes safeguarding these various assets in the form of either trademarks, copyrights, patents, trade secrets, or any other form. Now, once the IP is protected, the most important steps that is actually need to be taken is to monetize it effectively. Now, this is where the true power of IP in sports is realized. Now, IP in sports can include various things like team logos, broadcasting rights, player names, sponsorships, which is actually a gold mine waiting to be tapped. By leveraging these assets effectively, sports businesses can open up several new and lucrative revenue streams. One of the main ways by which IP manifests in the sport is through distinct logos and emblems. For instance, in cricket, logos of teams participating in the very famous Indian Premier League, teams like Mumbai Indians, Chennai Super Kings, Kolkata Knight Riders, etc., has actually created very unique logos and then protected it via trademark to prevent its unauthorized use. And now they are monetizing it in the form of merchandising deals, in the form of putting the logo on the t-shirts of the player along with the logos of the sponsors, which in turn is increasing the value of these sports. Now, another thing is the sale of merchandising and licensing agreements, which is actually the prime example of how of how having good IPs can boost your bottom line. Consider merchandise featuring team logos, player names, and other IP assets. Now, fans would actually love to show the support, and they are willing to buy the willing to pay for it and buy the official merchandise. For instance, licensed apparel of cricket teams such as India, Australia, New Zealand, etc., in the ongoing IPL are actually protected via trademark, and now these merchandises are sold, or the protected logos of these teams are being licensed out in the form of tie-ups with various clothing stores, various mugs, keychains, etc., which is actually generating revenue for everyone. Now, when we are talking about licensing deals, another area where IP becomes important is the sponsorship deals. Now, sponsors are actually keen on associating with sports teams and different events. By showcasing their own sponsor brands alongside the IPs of the leagues, they actually create a win-win situation and increase the value of IP assets that belongs to the sponsors, and also the value of the IP assets that the organizers of the league have. Now, another area which becomes important, where protection and monetization of IP assets become important, is broadcasting, digital, and media rights. Now, we are in the midst of ongoing 2023 Cricket World Cup. Now, this is the time where we have actually had the first hand experience and with first hand witness to the remarkable influence of the IP in the realm of broadcasting. The auctioning of broadcasting rights actually generates colossal revenue. For example, recently Viacom 18 has actually bagged both television media and digital rights of the Indian home and international games for the next 5 years. These games also includes IPL, by the way. And you know how much have they actually paid for this deal? Now, the actual numbers are not known, but as per reports, Viacom is actually going to shell approximately 5,960 crores for this deal, which is about 67 to 60, which is about 68 crores per game. Now, another area where IP becomes important both for protection and for generation the is safeguarding the player rights. Okay, we are living in an era where athletes have become global icons and influencing factors among youth. Now, in this scenario, it becomes important that their names and images is actually is a valuable asset. Hence, protecting it becomes important. Now, securing the intellectual property rights for these players in the form of in the form of personality rights, not only protects them, but it also benefits their teams, their sponsors, and the entire sports ecosystem in return. The brand endorsement deals of these athletes is actually where these protected IP rights come into play. For example, famous cricketers like Sachin Tendulkar, Virat Kohli, they have their own personal brand logos, which is not just protected under trademark, but is also often monetized by way of merchandising deals, sponsorship deals, and a lot of tie-ups also, which is generating revenue for them. Now, as we conclude this thing, it is important, and we have seen that sports industry right now is actually continuously evolving. So it becomes increasingly important to recognize and protect the IPs in this industry that actually underpin its growth. In the world of sports, IP protection is paramount like in any other industry. It is important because it ensures that the sports entities have necessary tools to defend their brands, monetize their assets, and in turn ensure fair competition and the industry grows as a whole. Thank you.